First, let's look at the top stories making headlines. Leaders urge new economic direction at Botswana Forum. Traders raise worries about trade barriers in SADC at AfCFTA workshop. First Capital Bank has confirmed its support for Bamalete Lutheran Hospital. Eswatini confirms it received millions for accepting US deportees. Curacao makes history in qualifying for a World Cup. This is Lesedi Television News. It is a great pleasure to be with you tonight. I am Molefe. Stakeholders at the inaugural Botswana Economic Forum called for a renewed economic strategy focused on diversification, stronger trade links, and long-term national resilience. Botswana's first economic forum brought together government officials and business leaders to rethink the country's economic path. Discussions were centered on the need to move away from heavy dependence on diamonds and build a more balanced and future-ready economy. Minister of Trade Tiriaone Nzima presented a roadmap aimed at upgrading infrastructure, improving regional trade routes, and transforming Botswana from a landlocked state into a land-linked hub that can anchor regional commerce and logistics.
The lesson for us is clear. Our future cannot depend on one commodity. We must build an economy that is diversified, technologically enabled, and regionally integrated. An economy powered by our people, our innovation, and our connectivity. In many ways, Botswana is not landlocked. It is land-linked, strategically positioned at the center of Southern Africa. With the right corridors and the right policies, we can turn our geography into a gateway. We can make Botswana the most connected, reliable, and efficient route for trade, investment, and logistics in the region. Infrastructure is the backbone of competitiveness. It is what allows farmers in Bobonon to get produce to market, a manufacturer in Francistown to ship goods to Walvis Bay or Maputo, and a digital entrepreneur in Maung to serve clients across the continent. We speak of infrastructure. We are not merely talking about roads and bridges. We are talking about access to opportunity, to investment and prosperity. We are talking about connectivity that spans three dimensions, being physical connectivity through roads, rail, border facilities, digital connectivity through broadband and data system that enables e-commerce, innovation, and government efficiency. These initiatives reflect our vision to make Botswana not just a place where goods pass through, but a place where value is created. Botswana's comparative advantage lies in the 5 key areas. First, our strategic location, where we are surrounded by some of the fastest growing economies in Africa, with the right corridor to Namibia, South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zambia. We can be the land bridge that connects this region. Second, our political stability and governance. Investors value predictability and integrity, and Botswana offers both. Infrastructure investments thrive where policy stability exists, and that is our enduring strength. Third, our young population. Over 60% of Botswana are under the age of 35. With the right skills, mentorship, and digital tools, this generation can transform our economy from one of consumption to one of innovation and production. Fourth, our regional partnerships. Through SADC and the AfCFTA, we are expanding markets for Botswana's goods and services. Trade corridors must therefore be designed not only for export, but for integration.
Two of the Botswana Economic Forum, Tenelo Umpitletse emphasized that human capital is now the most valuable resource driving global productivity. She said Botswana must shift from mineral dependency to knowledge-based growth by investing in skills, improving education, and creating opportunities for youth. She highlighted that exporting talent can boost diversification and open access to global markets and build a more resilient economy.
The purpose of my presentation basically is to provoke thought and whet appetite with regards to involvement in human capital development. Why does human capital development matter? Why does it matter? You'll agree with me that countries with strong human capital attract investment, because there's no investor who will be interested in going to a country where there are no skills, where there's no knowledge, where they don't have the right competencies or the right attributes. So human capital attracts investment and builds competitive industries, as well as helps countries to participate at higher levels in the global economy. We want Botswana to be one of the countries that are at the helm of development, so it can help us participate at higher levels in the global economy. Why export talent? Exporting talent is not about losing people. It is about strategically deploying skills globally to generate value back home. It is about deploying skills globally to generate value back home. And the benefits include remittances that boost household incomes and local economies. You'll be surprised to know that other countries have fully fledged departments that are dealing with remittances. If we take a country like the Philippines, for instance, they have 10 million out in the diaspora. If you take a country like Ghana, they have 3 million in the diaspora. I always say to myself, we are only 2.5 million, which means if we are serious about this thing, we can create employment for everyone in Botswana, for a single person who's looking for employment in this country.
The city of Francistown, together with the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and officers from Botswana Unified Revenue Services, BURS, recently held a 2-day workshop to teach informal traders about the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. The training was meant to help traders understand how AfCFTA works. First Capital Bank has confirmed its support for Bamalete Lutheran Hospital to enhance its infrastructure and services. This initiative will improve patient care for the Bamalete district and surrounding communities. This forms part of the bank's ongoing commitment to health-focused coronavirus social responsibility aimed at delivering meaningful improvements in healthcare across Botswana. Through its partnership, First Capital Bank will contribute a total of 700,000 pula over 2 years to support critical improvements at the hospital.
Today marks a significant milestone for us as a bank and for this community. We are gathered here to formalize a partnership that reflects who we are and what we stand for as a bank. Healthcare is the backbone of any thriving society. It strengthens families, enables education, and fuels economic productivity. When communities are healthy, they can dream, work, learn, and grow. This is why investing in healthcare is not only a social responsibility, it is a strategic investment in Botswana's long-term well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce a 700,000 pula partnership with Bamalete Lutheran Hospital.
History of who we are, Bamalete Lutheran Hospital, known as BLH. The hospital was founded in 1934 by German missionaries with active participation from the local community. Bamalete Lutheran Hospital is a 121-bed district mission hospital located in Ramotswa. It is legally registered as a private company limited by guarantee with the following as its guarantors: the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Botswana, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Southern Africa, Botswana Diocese, and Bamalete tribe, represented by Bohosi. BLH operates under a grant agreement with the Ministry of Health, providing essential health care services to the public, particularly to the people of Bamalete district, which forms its primary catchment area. For over 9 decades, BLH has been a pillar of health care, guided by our mission to be a hub of excellence in healthcare provision founded on Christian values, and its mission, a commitment to providing evidence-based practices in integrated healthcare services and inspiring hope. Our governance structure through the hospital board brings together representatives from the Bamalete tribe, the 2 Lutheran churches, the Ministry of Health, the MP of the constituency, and the Bamalete District Council. It is a diverse board.
I would like to take this opportunity to convey my sincere gratitude to First Capital Bank Acting CEO, Seleke, her executive committee and staff for having found time in their busy schedules to put together an event this big. Your tremendous sense of honor and support to Bamalete Lutheran Hospital shows commitment and dedication for the betterment of health services in Bamalete constituency. The owner is here, Kenamonga constituency, and the nation at large. We are deeply grateful for this, Bakhetsu. There are moments when troubles and challenges enter our lives and we can do nothing to avoid them, but they are there for a reason. Only when we have overcome them, then we will understand why they came. Modimo ke ono mogolo, we've had a prayer ka murutuaka go tswa ko ga rona. Once again, thank you very much, First Capital Bank, for allowing yourself to be one of the good Samaritans in the 21st century to accompany BLH and Botswana during this challenging period. Government efforts in offering health services to the citizens and residents of this country are commendable, especially in a resource-constrained environment under which we are currently operating.
In our international news, Eswatini has confirmed for the first time that it received $5.1 million from the United States in exchange of accepting third country deportees. The kingdom, led by absolute monarch King Mswati III, has come in for heavy criticism from rights groups for striking the deal with President Donald Trump's administration. Details of the agreement have not been disclosed, and government is facing court action from human rights lawyers who claim the secretive deal is unconstitutional. Eswatini is one of the several African nations that have agreed to receive deportees as part of Trump's aggressive crackdown on legal immigration. Its finance minister on Tuesday said the money have been funneled into the account of the country's National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA.
Eswatini has confirmed for the first time that it received more than $5 million from the United States in exchange for accepting third country deportees. The kingdom, led by absolute monarch King Mswati III, has come in for heavy criticism from rights groups for striking the deal with President Donald Trump's administration. Details of the agreement have not been disclosed, and the government is facing court action from human rights lawyers who claim the secretive deal is unconstitutional. Eswatini is one of several African nations that have agreed to receive deportees as part of Trump's aggressive crackdown on illegal immigration. Washington sent at least 15 people to the country so far, with the agreement reportedly providing for the arrival of up to 160. One of them has since been repatriated to Jamaica, his country of origin, while the rest are being held in jail. Lawyers and civil society groups in Eswatini have gone to court to challenge the legality of the detentions.
In other news, the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department is investigating a sexual battery allegation against Sandidi Combs. a male publicity and music producer, has alleged that in 2020, Combs exposed himself while masturbating under a shirt and then asked him to assist. According to the police report, the producer said he did not respond and that Combs continued before throwing the shirt at him. The accuser, whose name has been edited out of the document, said he has not told anyone for several years because he felt embarrassed. He came forward to the police in town in Florida in September, shortly after Combs was convicted on prostitution-related charges.
Against him. A male publicist and music producer alleges that in 2020, Combs exposed himself while masturbating and then asked him to assist. An attorney for the music mogul says he categorically denies as false and defamatory all claims that he sexually abused anyone. The accuser, whose name has been edited out of the police report, says he did not tell anyone for several years because he felt embarrassed. He came forward to police in a town in Florida in September, shortly after Combs was convicted on prostitution-related charges. Combs is currently serving a 4-year prison sentence following his conviction in July of flying his girlfriends and male sex workers around the country to engage in drug-fueled sexual encounters in multiple places over many years.
In our sports news, Trump administration launches FIFA Pass to fast-track World Cup travelers. The Trump administration has announced a new fast-track system to help international fans enter the United States for next year's World Cup. The initiative, called FIFA Pass, will allow travelers who have purchased official FIFA match tickets to receive expedited visa interview appointments, aiming to ease entry for millions of expected visitors while maintaining the administration's tough stance on immigration.
The Trump administration says it's fast-tracking World Cup travelers heading to the US next year under a new FIFA Pass system. Foreign fans will get expedited visa interviews as the government balances Trump's tough immigration stance with a surge of global visitors for the tournament.
Secretary Rubio's team at the State Department has worked tirelessly with the Department of Homeland Security to ensure that soccer fans from all around the world are properly vetted and able to come to the United States next summer easily. Before I took office, it would often take a year to get a travel visa, but because of the administration's hard work, now in more than 80% of the world, think of that, the wait time for a visa is 60 days or less. For those who intend to join us for the World Cup, I strongly encourage you to apply right away.
We will have between 6 and 7 million tickets sold for the matches. We will have between 5 and 10 million people coming to America from all over the world to enjoy the World Cup. And with this FIFA Pass, we can make sure that those who buy a ticket that are legitimate football fans or soccer fans, they can come and attend the World Cup in the best conditions, starting from getting their visa and then coming, of course, in the country to enjoy.
Next year's World Cup will be massive. 104 games played across Canada, Mexico and the United States, marking the biggest tournament in history.
Curaçao makes history as smallest nation by population to qualify for World Cup. Curaçao secured a 0 draw against Jamaica on Tuesday, making it the smallest nation by population in qualifying for a World Cup. They will be joined by CONCACAF teams, Banana and Haiti, which also secured spots. Curaçao remained undefeated in the tournament and finished top of the Group B with 12 points, qualifying for the World Cup for the first time in its history. The team achieved this historic result despite the absence of their coach Dick Advocaat on the sidelines, as the 70-year-old Advocaat has to return to the Netherlands last weekend for family reasons.
Curaçao salvaged a draw with Jamaica on Tuesday to become the smallest nation by population to qualify for a World Cup, and will be joined by CONCACAF sides Panama and Haiti, which also booked their spots. Curaçao finished as the only undefeated nation in the tournament and finished atop of Group B with 12 points to advance to the World Cup for the first time in its history. Curaçao got the historic result it needed despite not having his coach Dick Advocaat on the bench. Meanwhile, Haiti also scored a decisive victory against Nicaragua on Tuesday, securing a place in the 2026 Soccer World Cup. The win gives Haitians something to celebrate in a country where millions have been displaced by gang violence. Meanwhile, Jamaica must now face a playoff game in order to cling hold of the hopes of World Cup qualification.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching Lesedi Television. Till we meet again.